What do you think of the use of auto-tune by some younger singers?
What is auto-tune? I don't even know what auto-tune is. Oh, that's ridiculous.
Aretha Franklin didn't just rule the music chart. She fought through unbelievable challenges to earn her title as the Queen of Soul. But what most people don't know is that her rise to fame wasn't easy. From battles with the music industry to personal struggles that almost broke her, Aretha's story is far more shocking than you'd ever expect. How did she overcome these battles and become a legend? Stay with us as we uncover the hidden side of Aretha Franklin's incredible journey. The untold story of Aretha Franklin's rise. Aretha Franklin's rise to fame was a significant moment that transformed the music industry, not just a stroke of luck. She signed with Atlantic Records in 1967, and it's stayed that way ever since. Her first big hit, Respect, was not just a great song. It was part of a larger movement. Aretha made everyone feel her songs, not just sing them, with her powerful voice and natural charm. She earned respect, so people paid attention to her. For Aretha, getting to this point was not easy. She was mostly recognized for her gospel background, which she honed in the black church, where she built her amazing singing skills. Even though her talent was obvious, the music industry didn't know how to handle her. She wasn't exactly gospel, but she also wasn't strictly pop or R&B. They were uncertain about where to place her for a while. But Aretha didn't need the business to fix it. She was making her own way. Everything changed when Aretha found her true voice. She wanted to mix church music with blues and R&B in a unique way, focusing on more than just hitting high notes or following the melody. Every word Shelley sang connected with her because her voice was full of feeling. It was genuine, strong, and not just about the technique. She stood out from other artists of her time with her unique style, and soon her music became something the world had to notice. And then arrived the revolutionary game-changer, Respect. Otis Redding wrote the song, and Aretha turned it into an emotional anthem for race and gender equality. She insisted on respect with every note and every breath not only asked for. Her singing had a powerful impact on the world, and Respect changed from just a song to a strong message. It became a symbol of women's freedom and a call for the civil rights movement. The music industry didn't recognize Aretha's full talent right away, making her success even more surprising. She didn't easily fit into categories. Many people initially found it hard to sell her. Was her voice like a church one? Are you asking if someone is an R&B singer or a pop star? Aretha worked hard to be recognized as more than just a church singer for a long time. Her voice was very powerful, and her style was too different to follow the normal ideas. When Respect became popular, it was more than just a song. It had an important message. Aretha Franklin has arrived and is here to stay. She succeeded more because of when it happened than because of the song itself. The 1960s were a time of great change, with important movements for women's rights and civil rights taking center stage. Songs like Think and I Say a Little Prayer have inspired millions, making Aretha's music an important part of these causes. Her uniqueness came from the strong intensity of her voice, not just the message of her songs. Aretha wrote her songs, not just performed them. In every performance, she showed her clear singing, ability to express emotions, and skill in connecting with the crowd. Aretha changed from just being a soul singer to becoming a culture icon as she found her success. Her voice could heal, spark change, and even move mountains. Her uniqueness was more than just her voice. Her skill in mixing gospel, blues, R&B, and pop created a unique sound that marked her. The truth is that Aretha worked hard for her success through many years of struggle and self-discovery. She fought to be recognized for her true self rather than having it given to her. She always had to show her worth to both the world and the music industry. When she finally achieved her dreams, she became the Queen of Soul, a title she truly earned, overcoming struggles and rising strong. Aretha Franklin's personal life was very different from the ideal image her fans saw when she performed. Her difficult marriage to Ted White, her manager, became a constant struggle that threatened her job and happiness. Ted White was violent and dominating. The mental and physical toll it had on Aretha was unthinkable. Aretha struggled with her personal problems while also trying to maintain a perfect public image during her marriage breakdown. Her pain showed in her work, but it was the music that helped her get through tough times. Aretha faced struggles not only in her marriage but also with money problems and drugs that almost defeated her. Even though that would have upset anyone else, Aretha was different. She was able to stay focused on her job, even with problems in her personal life, by using her struggles as inspiration for her songs. Some of her strongest songs came from her personal struggles. Songs like I Never Loved a Man, The Way I Love You, and Ain't No Way were more than just tunes. They were statements of her personal pain, a window into the deep feelings she experienced behind locked doors. These songs showed Aretha's strength. Ain't No Way expressed the sadness of unreturned love, while I Never Loved a Man talked about the pain of a broken relationship. But they were Aretha's struggle for her own identity and power, not just songs about pain. Aretha used her many challenges as motivation to create beautiful music. She used the difficulties in her life to create songs that resonated with millions instead of letting them bring her down. The fight was not just personal. Aretha also faced money problems that nearly ruined her career. At one point, she was almost out of money. She was feeling very stressed trying to handle her personal life, work, and finances. Despite this, Aretha didn't let it hold her back. She faced tough times but always returned to music. Her strength was unmatched. Every challenge made her stronger and more determined to speak up. One of Aretha's greatest strengths is her ability to turn pain into strength. She was not just a singer, she was a fighter. Her voice showed the struggles she faced, even though it was strong. Every note she sang reflected the struggles she faced in life, and her memory came to include the strong emotions in her voice. Aretha used her struggles to inspire others and found the strength to rise again during her toughest times. Aretha Franklin remained a symbol of strength through everything. She turned her struggles into successes, and her songs inspired others. Her biggest hits were shaped by her pain, and it was this pain that helped her earn the title Queen of Soul. Her music shared her life story, which included sadness, addiction, and money problems. She became a hero because she was able to rise above everything. Aretha's voice for change. Aretha Franklin used her voice to fight for change and was an important part of the civil rights movement, in addition to being a talented musician. During the turbulent 1960s, while many celebrities chose not to speak out, Aretha used her fame to promote social justice. She spoke up for those who couldn't speak for themselves, making a real impact beyond just singing on stage. One of the most important ties in her life was with Martin Luther King Jr. She sang "Precious Lord, Take My Hand" at his funeral in 1968, moving the audience to tears. This performance made her more than just a singer. She became a symbol of power in the fight for equality. Aretha's support for various causes was closely tied to her singing. It wasn't just an extra activity. Her 1967 hit "Respect" changed from just a fun song to an important anthem for race and gender equality. Otis Redding wrote the song, but Aretha Franklin took it and made it her own. She demanded respect, not just talked about it. Respect was a rallying call for people everywhere who had been oppressed, not just a wish for recognition. Her powerful speech inspired African Americans and women to stand up for their rights and self-respect. Respect impacts more than just music charts. The song became an important part of social events, giving a voice to both the civil rights movement and women's rights. Black women were standing up to claim their space and ask for respectful treatment. Aretha sang to lift people's spirits and inspire them, not just to entertain. Reminding people that their opinions matter, respect gives them strength and hope. Unlike some artists who stayed away from political issues, Aretha tackled them head-on. Even though many people disagreed with her, she used her voice to speak out against racism, sexism, and unfairness. While many artists stayed quiet, Aretha had no problem speaking out. She was not just a star, she was a reformer. Her music uses powerful messages to spark conversations and inspire action, becoming a tool for change. She was improving the world with her voice, not just by singing. Aretha's action carried some risk. Some critics said that artists should not share their political views. But Aretha didn't pay much attention. She realized her fame could help create real change. She spoke out for those fighting for justice, not just in music. She used her songs to highlight the main issues and bring attention to the struggles people were facing. Her singing and activism demonstrated how powerful artists can be in making a difference in the world. Aretha showed the world that music is about using talent to stand up for what is right, not just for fun. She knows her comments can inspire change, so she isn't afraid to speak out and take risks. Aretha's impact was felt everywhere, on the streets, in people's homes, and in their minds, not just in music places. Aretha Franklin was not just the Queen of Soul. She was also a strong activist who used her platform to fight for equality and freedom. Her impact still inspires us because it shows that music can be a powerful tool for change. Her singing changed lives, not just created popular songs. Aretha's secret struggles with fame. From the outside, Aretha Franklin's life looked better than it really was. Though millions of people liked her, celebrity came with a great cost. The Queen of Soul was always in the spotlight, which made her feel pressured to maintain a perfect public image. She carried out every move carefully, and every note she sang was closely looked at. Aretha often felt unsure of herself when she wasn't performing, even though she appeared very confident on stage. She struggled with the demands of others, including those from the public and her own. Her singing was powerful, but she was feeling down not just about her career. Aretha had to find a balance between her personal life and the demands of being a superstar. As a well-known woman who achieved a lot, Aretha often felt like she had to meet everyone's expectations. Although no one noticed her tiredness, she was expected to be the most graceful, beautiful, and talented person. Being a celebrity can be lonely. Aretha faced many struggles privately that most people never saw. The constant travel, long hours in the studio, and pressure to keep making hit songs were very tiring. While she was famous, her personal struggles, like her marriages and difficult times, were hidden. Even though her job required strength, she constantly struggled to manage her own life. Even though Aretha was a famous performer, she still felt the emotional impact of being a star. She often doubted her worth because she felt open to constant attention. She struggled with her self-worth and self-image, along with the challenges of being a woman in a male-dominated field. The insecurity in her personal life was very different from the pressure to be perfect on stage. Like many people, Aretha dealt with feelings of fear because she was human. Keeping up her public picture under stress was very hard on her mentally. She had to keep smiling, keep acting, and keep pushing forward, even though it was exhausting her inside. Aretha struggled with her public image and her private life. Balancing a demanding job with personal struggles became hard. She had to deal with money problems, divorces, and constant criticism of everything she did. Aretha's home life was falling apart while she tried to maintain her career. She felt exhausted in both her mind and body from carrying all of it, leaving her feeling drained. She struggled with her health as every part of her life felt like it was being closely examined. Aretha kept going, even when she felt tired in both body and mind. Her music and action helped her feel better and provided a way to escape the pressures she faced. Aretha found comfort and strength in singing. It gave her a chance to express her pain and frustrations. Singing gave her guidance when she felt lost. Her singing was an escape and a way to let go, not just performances. Aretha could share her emotions through her songs, which helped her connect more deeply with her fans. Her struggles reached a worldwide audience, and many people felt comforted by her music. Her uniqueness was in her ability to turn pain into art, not just her singing. Through every note, she showed that there is strength even in tough times. For Aretha, staying active was also a way to heal. She uses her platform to stand up for what is right and shows strong resilience. Her singing changed things as much as it created music. She used her power to stand up for her beliefs in a society that tried to limit her. Her efforts gave her focus and strength. Even though she was well known, her action helped her turn her pain into something positive. It became a different type of therapy that helped her handle challenges confidently. Aretha Franklin faced many challenges, but she created a lasting legacy of strength and courage. She showed everyone that it is normal to face difficulties, feel unsure, and encounter personal challenges. She showed that there is a chance for growth, healing, and change, even when facing difficulties. Aretha's story shows us that even the strongest people face challenges, and true power comes from overcoming those challenges. Shocking revelations. Although she appeared successful on stage, Aretha Franklin's journey in the music industry was not as beautiful as it seemed. She faced shocking mistreatment behind the scenes that would have overwhelmed most people, but Aretha showed great strength and resilience. The music industry took advantage of her both mentally and financially for many years. She was a talented young woman who often wasn't recognized and was taken advantage of by powerful men in business. Record companies and agents controlled her career, deciding what songs she sang and how she was shown to the public. They saw her as something to make money from, not as the artist she really was. Aretha had a hard contract that allowed her very little power over her own music. Her early time with Columbia Records was difficult because they often ignored her artistic ideas. Aretha knew her true singing style came from church, blues, and soul, but the record label wanted to turn her into a pop singer. She only found a label that valued her ideas and talent after she signed with Atlantic Records. This move changed her career by allowing her to break free from the constraints of the business and create songs that truly expressed who she is. She was still being financially taken advantage of, even as she gained more freedom in her career. Even though the struggle was hard, Aretha fought back against this unfair treatment. She fought for years to get fair pay for her work, but some of her successful projects didn't make as much money as planned. Even though Aretha was very famous, she had to fight for her own rights. She fought to take control of her songs and sued her former managers, even though it meant going against some very powerful people in the industry. She didn't hesitate to speak up, but it came at a price. Aretha fought not only to protect her work, but also to gain the respect she deserved as a woman in a male-dominated industry. The emotional impact on her was clear. Her difficulties tell us that being talented doesn't guarantee fair treatment. Aretha Franklin is one of the most important singers in history, but she was often overlooked when it came to pay and respect. She never pulled back. Aretha became a sign of strength for women in music and beyond because she showed courage and determination in tough times. She was more than just a singer. She showed that success can be challenging, but it's always possible if you are strong and can overcome obstacles. Is that influence as a leader for women in business is more important than just the music she created? She challenged beliefs, pushed past limits, and showed that a woman can be a star and take charge of her own life. Her impact is in the strength and power she showed, not just in her hit songs. Aretha's journey shows us that we can stand up for what is right, even when it seems impossible. Her story was about overcoming personal struggles as well as fighting against business exploitation. These challenges were where Aretha created her greatest music. Her songs showed her life, not just her voice or emotions. Aretha Franklin showed the world that being great comes with challenges, as she fought for respect and found her own voice in a tough industry. Her songs will last because of their sound and the strength and power in each note. Aretha's impact goes beyond her music. She showed strength, courage in standing up for herself, and set a great example for future generations. She made it clear that you can come back even stronger no matter how hard life gets or how often you face setbacks. Her story shows us that success comes from sticking up for what is right, protecting yourself, and staying strong no matter what. It's not just about skills. Aretha Franklin's impact goes beyond her singing. She inspires future generations with her legacy of empowerment. Aretha Franklin's journey is one of power and inspiration. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe for more. Don't forget to click on the next video for more amazing stories.